From working title headquarters in Baltimore, Maryland, it's ITRS with Jordan BDJ Taylor. Tonight's guest, host of Cafe Hours Podcast, Deej, and host of Pilot Talk Podcast, Pitta. And now for the host of ITRS, DJ.
And going up into Tuesday with the new episode, we just wrap it on up and move it on along.
This time last year, I was but a wretch. A man filled with all the potential in the world, but not making good on any of it. Then, a Gentile, a visionary,
Fucking Jew.
a wizard, if you will. Score F Swayze. He took me under his tutelage, man, and he said, BD, you're good, but I can make you fucking great, my boy. And it humbled me because no one had ever taken an interest in my career. He was like, I'm gonna turn you into Roman Reigns. Post Paul Heyman. Right now you're Roman Reigns getting booed and shit. But I'm gonna make a star out of you. And he strapped the rock to my back. And he said, BD, my boy, here's a webcam. Here's a ring light. Here's a microphone. And here are 25 interviews. 25 episodes, 50 interviews. I said, God damn it, Score. I'll make you proud. Happy birthday, IGRS. You know some bullshit?
You up recording?
Oh yeah, I'm recording. I'm still recording.
Oh.
We we gotta break the fourth wall. But nah, yeah. ITRS is 1 year old. Happy birthday. I'm honored and grateful to be the host. It just seemed like just yesterday I was in that undisclosed location with a robot getting interviewed by Score. And I don't know, y'all know I call myself BDJ. I did have a dream, like I got a whiteboard in my room where I try to write shit down so I can see it constantly. And one of my goals last year was to have my own show. And I was thinking I'd probably just get like a spin-off podcast or something with a working title, but nah, I just played it out the way the Score was like, I'm doing season 2. I want you to be on it, and it kind of manifested itself. So yeah, man, grateful, proud of my bro, proud of everything that's created. Be a busy motherfucker, man. Come from one busy motherfucker to another. I know how this shit go, but yeah, man. Make sure y'all tap in one of the best creators that we have out here, and I'm just excited to see where you take it next, bro. Great show coming up for y'all tonight. I don't know who we got, because, we record the monologues and episodes at different times, but I promise you it's going to be a banger. If it's not, you can take this ruby off my neck.
Got it hazy in the booth, it's hard to see in this bitch. And in the lab, I'm steady cooking Lil B in this bitch. And all my diamonds white like yayo, got a key on my wrist. I get the pussy, make it stretch like Monkey D on the bitch. Hey, look, what? Where the cash at? Put the dollar sign in front my name like it's the cash app. Smoking, get a rope, and so I rolled aloud and passed that. Had to change my number, bitches stalking like the NASDAQ.
With that. Listen, I'm really excited to talk to this guest right here, man. Just scrolling through the research, I feel like it's going to be a real dope story and a real dope conversation. So, I'm happy, I'm honored to welcome Deej.
Hey, everybody. Hey, what's up?
How you feeling?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. Welcome to Inside the Rapper Studio.
Thank you. I'm super excited to be here.
You got the rare distinction. Well, it's pretty rare. It's not a lot of people on here that aren't rappers. So it's like a club,
Like, not for nothing. Like when I was looking at you guys' like videos and stuff like that, I was like, oh, they interview, artists, rappers, producers. Mm-hmm. And then when like y'all hit me, I was like, huh? I don't do any of that. Like, I love music, but she can't rap or sing, so.
Yeah, but it's also, I think that's the cool part about me hosting the season. Not to say, because Score did a lot of it in season 1, but I also represent that side too, because I did a lot of work with different websites, different podcasts, different publications. So it's like I get to kind of bring in some of the people I know, some of the people that are like doing dope shit, and some of the people that are just in that world. So it's like a good a good mixture of all kinds of creators, and we get to just talk to all kinds of people. But if you're here, that means you're worthy. That means you're here for a reason. You watch the show before, right?
Yes. Yep.
Okay. So let me ask you a question. How does every interview start?
I don't know. I don't remember. Sorry.
Listen, it's easy. It's an origin story. So,
Oh, the anime backstory. Yep.
so let me know, how did you get to where you are today, to be a podcast host, to be someone running a website, to be just someone making a name in media? Like, how did you get there? How did that happen?
So all right. So when I was younger, like so I'm a 90s kid. I grew up in the 90s, early 2000s. And that's when we had radio, hip hop magazines, journalism, everything was popping then. So although I wanted to, a part of me wanted to like be a lawyer and go to law school, go to college, do all that. The other half of me was like, I love music. Like I would love to be a journalist or a writer for like Double XL. I would love to be an A&R for like Bad Boy or something. Like that was the passion side of me. So I've been thinking about starting a blog. I haven't always thought about my own podcast. I will say I was on the podcast first when everybody called them lame. I'm gonna put that out.
When did you start?
Well, I was once watching them first. Like remember back when certain people would have like podcasts, and the celebrities were like, "Oh, that's lame. Like it's a podcast." Now look,
Yeah,
but
I'm washed. I remember this is how I found out about podcasts. I had the fat iPod, and they had the podcast, and like Degrassi. I used to watch Degrassi at the time. They had Degrassi podcast, and funny enough, the episode I watched, Drake was on there rapping, but they were still calling him Aubrey Graham. And I was like, yo, I'm like, this nigga not bullshit. I'm like, he not like hard. Like, don't get me wrong, but he not bullshit. And then,
yep, everything popped.
a long way of saying that I guess we washed that at the podcast game, but in a good way.
But yeah, so it literally just started with me following my passion, not being afraid. I'm 28. I graduated from college. Anybody who knows me in college knows I was not like a front person. I'm always used to being like behind the scenes, like support. I'm a support character. So it really was a balance of like me just not being afraid anymore and just pursuing what I'm passionate about. I also gotta credit my circle, like my friends that people know, my core friends. They really push me and they're like, look, like, what are you afraid of? Like, just do it and be cool. My other podcast host, Antoine, he's the one who came to me and was like, let's do a podcast. So I got to give him his credit for like kind of, lovingly nudging me into doing it.
You saw it in yourself.
Yeah. So it's been a lot of that. So I'm grateful for it. I'm thankful.
So what kind of, I guess the question is, what kind of sparked it? When did you stop going from maybe I could do it to I'm gonna do it or I'm doing it?
I'm definitely gonna say last year, the end of 2019, 2020. So oddly enough, when COVID started and everybody was like, "Oh my God, the world's ending," I'm like, it's kind of lit over here. Like I'm doing what I want to do. And like I said, most of like my best friends, my friends last year was like, I don't know what it was, but it's something about when the world seems to be like crappy. Everybody like within themselves is like, okay, I gotta dig deep and I gotta do what I love. I gotta find a way to like maintain my peace of mind. Otherwise, I'm gonna lose it. And that's just what it was. That's what sparked it. My best friend, she told me about her podcast. We started planning on that. She has her own business. She was like, you don't got to run a business, but if you want to do something, you should do it.
Yeah.
And
I think that's a good point though. Like, I think that a lot of people kind of get that misconstrued or get that concept messed up. Like, if you want to do something else, it don't gotta be just something to get you money. It don't gotta just be something to get you bread or get you quote unquote further. You know what I mean? You can do stuff for the love, you can do stuff for the passion, and then when you keep doing that, that's when it builds into like, oh, I'm really good at this. I had a skill for this. I had talent for this because I'm doing it for the love and not just for, you know what I mean? Not just for a come up. So,
Yep. I definitely agree because like the minute I was like, oh, I want to have my own website, I want to have a blog, like the type of person I am, I went into automatically, oh, does this make me money? Like, does this pay my bills mode? And being around my friends, and most of my friends are artists, I'm like, they're like, it's nice when it pays the bills, but as long as you love doing it, like you don't gotta be miserable in doing this.
yeah.
So yeah. Yep. That was pretty much it.
So talk to me about XODs.com. Well, if I
XO,
go on there, I'm sorry, XOXO.
it's cool, it's fine.
Well, if I go on that website, what am I going to see? What am I going to find?
So if you go on xoxodeej.com, you are going to
XOXODeej.
Yep.
XO.
Yep. Hugs and kisses. XOXODeej. It's literally my Instagram name, my Instagram handle.com. So
which one was first?
My Instagram handle. Okay. Yep. I think I was simply Deej first, and I was like, this is lame. And then I was like, okay, let me do XO, because everybody's like, oh, you're so lovey and you're so like, you know, I'm a bubbly person. And when I'm with my friends, I'm like, I try to show love all the time. They're like, oh, you're this. So I was like, XOXO, and then just Deej, because that's what everybody calls me. But yeah, so if you go on my website, you will see my blog page. And my blog page is just pieces that I've written. There's really no.
You know what? I think that this is like the one time that we actually really benefit from being on Zoom. Not to cut you off, but I could.
You just pull it up. Yep.
And I was telling you before the episode, I was telling Deej that every couple of days, for some reason, I turn into an old nigga and I forget how to use technology. So I'm praying that this as in the day. Let's see. All right, can you see it?
Yep.
There we go.
Yep, that's me. So that's my blog page. I've shared a couple pieces that I've written. I'm not really a structured person, so
like there's not a Tumblr.
Okay, boom, there you go. So I started on Tumblr, and then Tumblr got whacked because they started like doing some real random stuff. So I was like, let me just start a website. And yep, so blog, nothing, no rhyme or reason, just random things I think about, I want to share. I think I got pieces about different lessons I've learned, stuff like that. That's the homepage.
Yeah, this is trippy.
Yep.
It's like a little tour.
Yep. So the Cooler Kids is my page, shouting out everything that I'm a part of. So Black Girl Speaks is me and my best friend Shayla, our podcast that we're working on. We're hopefully planning to drop our first episode by the end of this month. The Cafe Hours pod, of course, is me, Anton, and Jazzy, that I promote on my page. Everybody, you know, if you follow me at _XOXODeej on Instagram, you're going to see. So shout out to Twan and Jazzy. Shout out to the Cafe Hours podcast. Follow us on Instagram.
Oh, wow, this is I'm sorry to cut you off. I just be I'll be amazed by shit like this. So like this is so funny. Like this is cool. This is cool as shit.
Thank you. So shout out to so my best friend Shayla, the one I told you I'm doing the Black Girl Speaks podcast with. She actually designed my website for me. So she collaborated with me and worked on designing.
Hey, shout out to her. I don't know if you realize right now, but we're doing two things right now. We're giving a tour, but you're also giving out game. Like I'm sure there are millions of people out there that, well, not millions, but fuck it, was millions. We worldwide. We can
speak it. It's millions. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's millions. But I say that to say it's millions of people that probably need a website that are like, you know, I need a website for myself. I need a website for this. I need a website for that. But like, how do I structure it? How do I make it work? And you're literally giving out the game of, listen, all you niggas that don't want to sit through a boring ass tutorial, just look at my shit. Fuck with me.
Thanks. Look at my shit. Hit me up. I'll refer you to my best friend.
Hey. What's that? What's that Instagram? What's the best way to contact them? Because we giving them a promo right now. We showing love.
So her Instagram is Shayla Monique. So I can when we get off, I'll send you her stuff. But yeah. And that last little piece, that's just that's just my little chronicles, like things that's going on with me.
Photo shoot.
Yeah, I had my first ever photo shoot. It was it was
That's
so much
fire.
fun. I feel conflicted about my pictures because we are our own worst critics, but I
Yeah.
had fun. Like I had the best time doing it. Shout out to my homie Miguel, the analog guy. He's the one who took the photos. My friend Twan that I do the Cafe Hours podcast with hooked me up with him. That's his friend. So yeah, he's a DMV photographer.
You
He
showing
does,
off.
yeah, he does photography,
That's what's up.
videography, music videos. He shoot for like cosplay and stuff like that. He does it all. And
And he
that's just
got
my
you.
little, that's just my
This
little
your origin story.
it's not okay,
Your
it's a little
blog origin
origin.
story. It's the
It's a
origin for you.
little, yeah, just a little blurb. But yeah,
I'm noticing a theme though. You got the Naruto on right now. You got the Dragon Ball Z.
I'm an anime nerd. I'm a
I see.
blurb.
I see. Stop sharing. What anime are you watching right now? What's popular? I'm sure a lot of people can relate to that. I'm not
Um,
somebody that watches anime, so what would you recommend
are
to
you
me to fuck with?
serious?
Yeah,
Um, you don't really fuck with it?
I just can't keep up with it. It's not that I don't fuck with it. Like the ones that I watch, I do enjoy. But it's just like I don't know. I'm not really a big TV guy sometimes.
No, I think that
Yeah, I'm
I
more.
feel it. I read more than I watch TV, but right now I'm into what is it? Oh, they about to eat me up for messing the name up. It's Yashime. So Inuyasha is pretty much the second part.
Oh, it's like a sequel then,
The
y'all.
sequel to Inuyasha is pretty much about Inuyasha and Kagome, Moroku Sango, their kids, the Shomaru's kids. It's about that. I'm catching up on that because I'm late to the party. That's what I'm watching right now. But recommendations for you, I'm pretty sure is Naruto, Inuyasha, Dragon Ball. You got Hunter x Hunter, My Hero Academia, Fairy Tail, Soul Eater. It's a whole bunch.
Yeah.
It's a lot.
Yeah, that makes sense. Well, let me ask you about this because it also says here, and we'll see if this one is correct. You study mass communication.
Mm-hmm.
That's true. So how did that influence your podcast work?
So I told you I had dreams of like being a radio music journalist or an A&R. So if I really pursued my passion when it came to college, I would have gotten my bachelor's in communications or journalism or public relations or something like that. But I didn't.
So what did you study?
Political science. Yeah. I mean, it's not bad. I don't have any interest in politics. So
I got kind of a similar story. I was a communications major, but I thought the program was going to be like mass communication, but it was like communication, like studies. So I never learned like any of the game that I went to college to learn. So like podcasting and YouTube and journalism, like I didn't learn any of that tool set. So it was like, man, I went to school and spent hella time. My grades was alright because I didn't really care about the shit, but like, I don't know.
Yeah, it's and it's definitely
my fault. Sorry to cut you up, but I was gonna say, I'm gonna say the shit still found us, so that's why it's kind of dope because it's like, regardless of what we majored in, it's like, oh well, we still ended up doing the shit we would have been doing if we got a degree. So
yeah, and that I have a little brother, and I had a conversation with him all the time. I'm like, you might as well do what you're passionate about. Like whether that route takes you like to school, if you're gonna study something and pay some money, you might as well do it in something that you're gonna love, and be realistic about what can come from it. But at the same time, like if you're honest with yourself up front, but you still really want to do that, then that's something that you pursue. Or even if you don't go to school, just make sure you like are improving your craft. Make sure you're always learning. One thing I tell people all the time is that you are never too old to like learn something or be taught something. So be open-minded all the time. But yeah, so the master's in communications actually, helped me get a little bit of motivation and a little bit of like, oh, I can do this. I can do this. And it's weird because so like we're millennials, right? So we in that little sweet spot between.
Which one is what? I don't know.
How old are you?
I don't know. I'm 26. I had to think about it.
You are Gen Z. You're Gen Z.
What the fuck is that?
you're
What kind of
Gen
Dragon
Zer.
Ball shit?
They categorize this, right? So when you born between a certain age, certain year range,
I think that I just never personally knew what came after millennial. That's on me. That's on
yep,
me.
you're a
That's
Gen
me being
Zer.
negligent. So
But
I'm in there with the TikTok niggas. That's my peoples. Those my young
yes,
boys. Okay. That's cool. I like
you
them.
gotta
They
be TikTok. I don't know nothing about TikTok, but
I like them. They ride or die. That's what I say about them. But back to what we were talking about, my fault.
But yeah, so I'm in that little range where it's like I remember what it was to have like radio, written journalism, magazines, and all that stuff, and kind of like now seeing that you have to transition to like digital media, like you have to know how to do Zoom or
It's so
record,
different.
edit video. It's different. So so knowing that it's kind of fun because you're learning something different, but you also have to kind of consider and understand that it's not how it used to be.
Yeah.
And you still have to work as hard. I know a lot of people say these days people can like pop or be famous just off something like that, like 15 minutes, and that's very true, but you still have to like understand that you need to invest in what you're passionate about, invest in your craft, and always make sure that you're learning and progressing within it.
Yeah.
So
And just to borrow a common thing from anime, you got to time skip every now and again. You know what I mean? Sometimes you gotta go from
yep,
little Goku to Goku kind.
that
Yo, you
character
kind of tall
development
now. Oh damn, you feel me?
that character development got to be
Yeah,
on
it is.
point for real.
Man, it is. So what does your character development look like? I went like 4 or 5 episodes without fucking up no work. We was on a great streak. But hey, what does your character development look like? What do you have coming up? What's next? Like what's in the plans?
So right now, so right now the plan is to just continue doing my blog, continue doing the podcast. We're in our first season. Both of the ones, Black Girl Speaks and Cafe Hours, are in their first season. To be quite honest, I don't really have anything planned like further along because, like I said, I'm kind of shy. Like I'm a shy person. It don't show, but I'm a shy person. So it's kind of like I have to like take baby steps and like really amp myself up. So like I said, last year and this year, my character development was being confident within myself and being willing to play the front, and also being willing to like talk to people, connect with people, and so support people and not be afraid to support regardless of how other people take it or what it looks like, or all of that stuff. So I don't really concern myself with all of that. So my character development so far has just been personal confidence and being comfortable being in a space where I'm seen. So once I get past this year and like into a little bit next year, I'm gonna talk to y'all then and be like, okay, great. So I'm here, right? I'm here now, and now's the plan to. So yeah, that's really about it right now. It's really just about doing what I love. I would love if at some point I could this would transition into like me working for like some type of musical industry entity.
Speaking into existence.
Yeah, some type of musical entity. I know A&Rs are kind of like obsolete now a little bit, but just being around music and like people that are creative and talented in some way, shape, or form, like I think that would be dope. Yep. So
it's gonna happen.
Huh?
It's gonna happen. It's already written.
Yes, it's gonna happen. We're gonna speak it into existence. We're manifesting it. We're putting the energy out into the atmosphere. The ancestors, they hear me. They know what I need.
So, but the ancestors know where to find you, but let everybody else that's watching and know when they can find you, how they can keep up with you.
So you guys can keep up with me at xoxodeej.com. You can follow me on Instagram at _xoxodeej. I have a Twitter too, same thing, _xoxodeej. Twitter's kind of shaky. Sometimes I'm on there heavy. Sometimes I get sick of it.
It be like that. I don't know why it be like that. It really be like that though.
It does. You need a Twitter break because people will really do the most on Twitter for no reason. And it's like, this is retarded. I gotta go. I gotta exit. So yep, just Instagram, Twitter, and my website for right now. Yep.
That's fine. Listen, don't go nowhere. On the other end of the break, we got another guest. And y'all gotta see, listen, we little inside of breaking the fourth wall. I might have the same Golden Girls background, but I'm really not with the Golden Girls. I'm not in their kitchen. I know it's crazy, right? It blew my mind too, just even saying it back. But listen, next time you see me, I'm having a different outfit on. Still gonna be live from the kitchen. I don't know. That's a long way of me putting that. I don't know what the next guest gonna be, but stick around. Make sure that your ad is right next. Yeah, because we trying to promote black businesses, baby. Special thank you to
Yes.
Deej. Dope times, dope conversation. Y'all be easy.
ITRS is brought to you by SwayzeTV. It's just fucking television. And Working Title Podcast. Catch all new episodes 11 a.m. every Monday morning. Back to the show.
Oh, y'all sound so beautiful. Y'all sound so good. Y'all sound so good. Listen, that's just the elephant in the room. Yes, I'm still in Florida at my Aunt Blanche's house, right? And I know it looks as though I have a different pair of clothes and a different haircut, but this is just what was under the jacket I was wearing during the last interview. That's how that goes, you know. It's not no kind of scene. Oh, and I did get a haircut too. I found me a good bob. I went to the same guy that Kodak Black and Lamar used to go to before they started growing their hair out. But look, next up, we have a very special guest, one of my guys, one of my dogs, man. A fellow podcaster, a glizzy connoisseur, I would say. Uh, a bashful young man. The man, the myth, the legend, the TL terrorist himself. We got my guy, Pitta High Spitter. Like a Pitta, ladies and gentlemen.
Hey man, I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Thank you for having me on, man. It's a pleasure, honestly.
Oh
You
man.
know, is it one thing for you to play Batman? There's another for me to actually play on your series, man. I'm feeling real special right now.
Hey, for those that don't know, last year, so Pitta is on the co-host of the Power Talk podcast, one of like I would say the brother podcast to the Work Title podcast. So we like this for real. But he and I did last year. He was like, "Yo, I want to do a podcast where we put Batman on trial," and he tapped me to play Batman. So go back into the Power Talk archives and listen to that. Taji was there, Slim was there, Jazz was there. Who else was
F
there?
is there, yeah.
And was there. Like we had a lot of fun with that one. So again, one of the most fun things I ever did. Me and Pitt are also in a comic book group chat, so we're gonna talk some comic book shit later. But listen, I want to give you your flowers now because I think that you like Power Talk, you know, the way y'all do it over there, Deej and Mero and the Reed were like the genesis of me when I come on here and I do my AKAs or BDJ, aka BD from the county voice, like county city gang, like Roma City gang, like Lamar. So thank you for introducing that, bro.
Say that again?
Thank you for the gang. I said thank you for the gang for introducing the AKAs and shit, man.
Hey man, I appreciate it, yo. Niggas gotta know, man. We different people per hour. You feel what I'm saying? Like who I am at 9 a.m. when I clock in is not the nigga who I am at 5 p.m. when I clock out. You feel me? I done morphed a few times. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
So we gotta drop them AKAs when it's time.
What's your AKA right now? What you feeling like?
AKA right now, I'm always gonna be you know what I mean, number one snuggle. You feel me? That's for the ladies out there. You feel me? Always number one snuggle. I'm thinking like Mr. Burns, and I'm feeling on some evil shit. I'm thinking about blocking the sun out for a little bit. It's getting a little too hot for my liking. So we're gonna go AKA Mr. Burns, you feel me? But I ain't gonna get shot by no baby, you heard me.
AKA Mr. Burns is crazy.
Yeah, aka Mr. Burns is wild. Aka Kevin Owens, because I'm the type of motherfucker go off the top rope. You feel me? So that's how we're gonna drive it. Black Kevin Owens, Mr. Burns, and number one Cuddle.
My guy, my guy. So if you don't know, every episode of Inside the Rapper Studio begins with an origin story. So Pitta, in true comic book fashion, what is your origin story? How did you become a podcast host, a comic book connoisseur, all these great things?
So yeah, the origin story is very unique. Kind of like the idea, the brains of everything, like how to bring everyone together.
Like
I was out
Batman,
Coachella,
Batfleck.
and with me and my co-host Jugatti, we happened to go to Coachella the year Damn released. It released that weekend actually, and he was the headline. Kendrick Lamar was, and we was out there, you know, off the edible, going crazy. You feel me? And one thing about like SoCal is you can see like the snow on top of the mountains while you watching the desert background. We was like, yo, we looking into that shit, listening to the Damn album. We was like, yo, we gotta put out some info about some hip hop shit, yo. It's too many niggas not speaking on it if it ain't commercialized. And we was just talking about like the setting. We was like, we understand where West Coast music come from. Damn near was like a podcast episode. But the one-on-one, that shit's cool, you feel me? Like the two man's cool. Nothing against the two man. Shout out to Come Out Podcast. They show how that shit go. But you need to have a third host. And so we was thinking about a third host, and I knew Santana, that's my man, that's my partner. He had been already doing that shit. He's just the perfect villain between
Absolutely.
He's the perfect villain. He's like the Skip Bayless of the pod. Like everything he say, you know you gonna hate or you gonna say. So I was like, yo, he'd be perfect. And the minute they recorded our first episode, him and Jugatti clash. And I said, yep, this is exactly how I'm having it. And then that's how we've been here. You feel me? And shout out to Slim. He gets definitely like that Rockefeller chain because he helps out a lot, especially last year. So I want to give him his props too. Iceberg Slim doing his thing.
Most shady.
Part of the group too. Shout out.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Were you an avid podcast listener before y'all started Power Talk, or?
Occasionally. So I would jump into, I was more national. I wasn't even checking out local stuff at that time. But when Santana kind of brought it to me, he brought, you know, Joe Budden podcast. And then he started telling me all the different people that had it, like Charlamagne, Angela Yee. What's yo who got locked up? That was the second one I listened to. Taxstone, yeah, there we go. I forgot the nigga name. Taxstone. He told me a couple Taxstone shits. And I was like, yo, this shit is hard. I just gotta find time between work, sleep, you feel me, and all the other responsibilities while I'm gonna play this shit. So once I got that vibe, once I figured out that like I could do that, play it in the background while I'm cleaning up or when I'm at work, like once I figured that out, that's how I kind of got drawn in. But once we made our own shit, we found out there was more like TWT that was local. And that shit made it so much easier. I like listening to more local based podcasts and seeing them grow.
Yeah. That's dope, man. That's dope. And I think that one of the dope parts about Power Talk is y'all do a really good job of bringing the community in. You know what I mean? Like with the March Rapness joint, for example, when y'all held the tournament to crown like the best rapper and making it a whole event, you gotta wear a jersey. Like that's dope. That shit is dope.
It's great too. It's really like some Styles P, Jadakiss shit with me and Jugatti. Like how that shit work is like I said, yo, I came up with this wild ass bomb ass tournament. Like what haven't we just knock all the rappers out? And he's like, yo, where haven't we had the Final Four as a live show? Like I didn't even have that concept of the live show put together yet. I was just thinking about digitally getting that shit out there, have niggas just arguing on the timeline. You feel me? So that's just how we work kind of on some LeBron D Wade shit. One idea come through, and then Santana, like I said, he come through like on some boss shit. You like, how's he a part of this? And then he do some shit, and everybody's like, damn, I get it now. These niggas are all in sync at all points in time. So that's how I really came forward with that. March Rapness is definitely still in place. We just want to get the in-person shit. Like nothing against anyone recording or doing it digitally, but we need that in-person environment. I think you've been there. You understand.
And it's just the energy. You feel me?
Yeah.
It's unmatched, man. What else do y'all have coming up, like Power Talk wise? Was any big things on the horizon?
So we took a mini break. We usually take mini breaks. Last year we actually didn't. So we might have had a delay on an episode or two, but we overall did not take a break last year. So we decided to take a break when we saw that the numbers were still increasing. We wasn't gonna be able to do a March Rapness in person. We didn't want to take away that lore at all. So with that being said, we're getting my stuff back in place, like just getting back to recording starting next week. We're doing some sponsorship, looking to collab and looking for just honestly from day one of our biggest goals was to highlight the talent locally. So we're always in search of what's up and coming, who's hot right now, and get them on here and get their platform out there because I don't want it to just be me and my sidekicks or my home. Shit. People might think I'm the sidekick. You feel me? But
Yeah.
I don't want that to be the pod. I want people to highlight what's going on in our city. You feel me?
Yeah. Damn, bro. That's dope. I can't wait to see where y'all take it because internally at Working Tight, we've been having some of them same conversations. Okay, we here, but how do we take it to the next level? How do we put more people on, whether it be in front of the mic as like I'm a rapper, this is what I do, or behind the mic as I'm a podcast. I want to produce. I want to learn how to do camera. I want to learn how to do video. So yeah, man, it's that time. It's that time to it's glow season. It's bag
Y'all
season. It's
did.
all
Y'all got the numbers. Y'all got the mind. See, that's what I love about TWT. There's so many, but there's so many hard workers. You feel me?
Yeah.
It's one thing to just have it's one thing to be ASAP mob when you being carried by two niggas. You feel me? And a half nigga. You feel me? But when all y'all working hard, you feel me? When it's like fucking type Gonzaga mid-major type roster with nigga 1 through 9 is working, nigga, that's what makes y'all separate from the rest of the pack. So I know y'all ready to hit that next step.
But I think that's the one thing I always compare us to the adventures. Because like we can all go out and do our solo thing. But then when we come together, it's like, damn, we got Taji, Ed, Jack, Twan, Sway, you feel me? It's like you got everybody all coming together.
Coming
it's
out
like
through that portal. Everyone coming out through that portal.
Blockbuster shit. But that's me doing my hosting thing because I know that you are an avid comic book fan, comic book reader, comic book media. What's the word I'm looking for? I didn't want to say injuster. Injuster just sounds like a nasty word. But subscriber.
Exactly.
We'll say subscriber, comic book media subscriber. What are some of your thoughts on the state of everything? Because we're getting a lot of shit thrown at us right now. We getting the Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Just got WandaVision. Just got Justice League. I'll throw King Kong versus Godzilla in there. I think that counts too. It's a whole bunch of shit, bro. So what's your general take on the landscape of things?
I'm in love with it right now. I feel like what Marvel doing is now giving people the ability to risk it. You feel what I'm saying? Like when you look a few years ago, you had like the Tobey Maguire series, you had the Iron Man, then you had Ghost Rider. You feel what I'm saying? You had these sequences of just like what the fuck, and those were just movies. But now it's like, we already know who the best Spider-Man is. We're gonna argue that.
Who the best Spider-Man?
We already know who it is, man. If it ain't the Amazing Spider-Man, it ain't nobody. You feel me? Yo,
you talking about Andrew Garfield?
We know it's Andrew Garfield.
Oh, you talking about like in terms of Spider-Man just being Spider-Man?
Yeah, he was a terrible Peter Parker at times. Yo.
He was too cool.
Yeah, he was too cool.
His girl was too bad. He had too much swagger. He looked like he could have been fucking senior class president. He didn't seem like a threat.
He was definitely season 4 Spider-Man. Once he realized he had his bag, you feel me? That's definitely not the first season Spider-Man at all.
Yeah, bro was slinging and swinging.
Yeah. But I like it mainly now because you got Marvel getting flooded on Disney. You got DC now trying to make a comeback. You feel me? Well, DC's never been down when it comes to the cartoons at all. So they're making a move to the movie screen and getting real aggressive. I fuck with that. But what I like about on the back end is you got like Amazon picking up the independent scene. You got Injustice, fire. I mean, it's got the potential of being some great content coming out of there. You got The Boys, and like I knew nothing about The Boys. My brother was like, "Yo, you hear about that shit?" And like he started sending me shit, and I'm like, "Damn, I didn't even know this thing was like that crazy." And I'm like, now you got other companies who are looking to say, "All right, how can we catch Disney and DC? How can we catch Marvel and DC?" So now they're taking the risk. Like, you got to think about how many different cartoons out there. You got The Last Ronin with the Ninja Turtles. You feel what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You got a lot of opportunity to kind of not have to deal with just Marvel and DC. So I think now people are going to start to gamble on and roll the dice on it and say, fuck it. We can get at least viewership. Let's see how much we can turn the profit into it. So I love it.
Yeah, we definitely in a golden era.
Yeah, it is. It's definitely the rap blogging era of fucking
Sheesh.
yes, of comic books right now. It's very nasty. I'm loving it. Everywhere you turn, there's flavor for everybody.
Yes, sir. Give me your thoughts on, because I was told that Power Talk is a sponsor of this edition of Saturday Night Smash.
So yeah, man. Saturday. So you a little bit about Saturday Night Smash?
No, I mean I know about it, but what is y'all role in it? And are you a player? Are you ass? Are you trash?
Oh nah. I would never embarrass myself out there. I'm just so I've watched it a couple of times before, and I'm just like, yo, this is some really dope shit. Like I'm like, yo, first of all, you know, like you get the typical what people think are gamers, right? They don't think they got much character, or they just scream. You know, they don't really got much variety. But you get some real nigga shit, some real cool shit, some real black shit that you can relate to, as far as the punchlines, the jokes, and just everyone going in. Like, I think last Saturday, a nigga picked random. That's like the most ultimate sin, to select a random character on a nigga in the middle of Smash. Like, you really gonna come to a tournament and not have a set character? So you know what I'm saying? Like, it's little shit like that. Niggas like, you really appreciate getting to see from the outside looking in. If it was 2K, you feel me, Call of Duty, I step in that motherfucker.
You throw your hat in the ring. I got you.
I can't get embarrassed like that. I send Santana out there. At least he'll talk shit and still lose. I'm not gonna say anything. So it's great, man. So our sponsorship, we really want to just show, pay our respects to that part of that content in the community. And also just getting ourselves back up there again, our feet rolling again, open ourselves up to a new audience, because we have, as you've been a part of, I got hella content in my head. Yeah. It's a matter of where that lines up with people who are listening to us and where we at with that content. So if I'm on Saturday Night Smash for the sponsorship, best believe I got some content regarding the video game atmosphere, the esports.
So, hey, I say this, between you and Score, bro, that's two of the most creative people of just in terms of like, damn, I didn't even, you looked at that and saw a red, I saw a dog. Like, how did you feel me? Like,
Scores is insane, my nigga. Like, insane, my nigga. Like, I be looking, I be like, damn, I'm inspired like a motherfucker. Like, hold up, let me get my pad out.
Yeah.
Definitely.
That's real. I want to talk about your pin tweet, because I feel like it's one of the greatest pin tweets in Twitter history. I'm gonna read and Score. If you doing the editing joint, we could put it smack dab right there. Maybe not. I don't know. I just hop on the mic and talk shit. But look, my man Pitta said, in case I die from police brutality one random day, please riot in my name the same way Minnesota people did for hashtag George Floyd, the same way my dummies did for hashtag Freddie Gray. All that peaceful shit is not my style. Woo!
I haven't dropped it yet. I meant that shit. And people think I did that shit like right when it happened. I don't even think I did. I think that was like months down the road, you feel me? When I posted that or put that up there. But I just feel like I love the piece and I love that. But what made Martin so valuable to want to talk to was because of the threat of Malcolm. You feel me? They go hand in hand. I feel like a lot of times we're extremely peaceful and they feel no threat. You feel what I'm saying? The opposition feels no threat. And because of that, if you're a bully and you know you're gonna give me $20 every time I press you out, shit, I might press you out for 30 and see what happens. But if you swing at me, I might have to back up. You feel me? I'm going to back up because I don't want to get my head knocked off and now my cover blown. I'm really not as tough as I think I am.
That's real.
Every time we riot, people really get very anxious. A lot of people like, damn, let's review it. Like someone's got to be the fall guy. You feel what I'm saying? So yeah, right. There's more action that's going to follow by that. Whether it's good or bad, I feel like it's some way, it's somehow going to be positive at the end of it. Like, there's a lot. To me, it's been less police altercations going on, publicized in both areas since that's happened. So, you know what I
That's a
mean?
good point.
If that means you gotta have a gold standard. We're gonna fuck some shit up, burn some shit up. They don't want to lose money out just like we don't want to lose no money. Green is the only color we all agree on.
Green the only color, green the only religion we all unify about. Green,
Yeah.
hey, man, we had True here yesterday. I'm not sure if you're familiar with him, but he was talking a lot about, and that's the latest episode of Work and Travel Podcast, ladies and gentlemen. So make sure y'all stream that, check that out, called True Alkaline. But he was saying, and it was so deep to me, he was saying like America is a company, you know what I mean? When they formed the colonies were formed as companies. 13, like they was flipping them, got to 13. And went to Britain, and they was like, okay, we can do this shit on our own. We don't need you no more or less. So when you frame it like that, instead of, oh, this wonderful, lovely sovereign nation, and we'll be hand in
Yeah.
hand, and the Pilgrims and the Native Americans ate apple pie together, like, fuck out my face, dude.
Nah, that's facts though. I've been hearing that a lot more. I remember my OG told me that one time. America's a business. And I was too young. I ain't really grasp what he was saying. But now that I'm older, you feel what I'm saying? I get it. I see it. Like if it don't make money, it don't make sense. And that goes across every religion. You could be a redneck from who knows where the fuck, West Bumblefuck. And you could be a country ass Louisiana nigga. And you niggas could come together on some business shit. You won't see eye to eye on anything else. You feel what I'm saying? Not one thing. You go be an uptown northerner and fuck with a nigga all the way on the West Coast. But money gets everybody talking.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I mean, it's the truth. I feel like there's a Jeezy line that goes with that, talking about my money speaks Spanglish for me and some shit like that. I'm gonna find that shit. We're gonna post that shit. But nah, man, that's the truth. It really is a business, and once you stop looking at that, you stop taking shit so personally.
Yeah. Because, like, if I fuck your money up, then you gotta acknowledge me. And
You
you gonna want to have a conversation with me.
You got to. When do parents get tired of their kids' bullshit? When it starts fucking with their money.
Mm.
When parent gotta start coming out of work, they come get
come
their
from
ass
work
out
to
of
get
school
you.
at the daycare. Oh, it's now my responsibility to figure out some shit. Like, hey, yo, no matter what, if it fucks up your pocket, yo, I promise you, you're gonna change your ways about it. You're gonna address the issue.
That's real.
Yeah.
That's real. What else you got coming next? What's coming down the pipeline for Pitta and the Politics game?
So I got a couple of things. I'm definitely thinking about recreating the Play Haters Ball. I'm not sure what the event's gonna be. I want to recreate that. I'm a big Dave Chappelle fan. It's been on my mind for some time, but now the outside is looking good. You feel me? I'm hoping right when the weather cracks again, back to a little cooler breeze, I could bring that out because I know how America moving. We're not gonna make it in like November and shit like that. They're gonna do some shit, some restrictions, and I ain't trying.
Oh yeah, it's quiet.
I ain't trying to make that list, that wedding cut list. Only 50 people can come and shit. I want as many people as possible. I'm trying to break them rules in the fall real quick. So we're looking at August in the fall area, possibly a little bit later. But I want to recreate the Play Haters Ball. Have my niggas out here stunting, looking like Ron Isley and Earth, Wind and Fire.
There we go.
Yeah, I'm trying to have y'all best fits like it's a versus, my nigga.
I'm trying to come through looking like Steve Harvey. Yeah.
What you say, nigga? Yo, chill, yo. Hell yo, that shit is gold, my nigga. But that's one of the things I'm thinking outside of the pod itself. Within the pod, like I said, we definitely getting some more highlights, some more interviews going. We're going to create a new routine segment. We're just trying to figure out which one we want to stick. We want to see which one's going to get the most pop. Definitely want to get some video content. Maybe not every episode, you feel me, but we definitely want to. Because, you know, sometimes niggas be on pod and you think they like, you feel me, they stretching laughs or it's not that funny in person. Some of this shit we have captured between Santana fucking his elbow up mid-recording, Jawan losing his train of thought. If you could see why he was losing his train of thought, you feel me, you'd be like, this nigga's a toddler. So, like, it's little shit like that the cameras aren't able to catch that I really wish we could. So I don't really care if it's gotta be some spy camera shit. I'm gonna have to hook some shit up, bro.
Oh shit.
Yeah, just those.
The green joint. With the nigga's eyes be glowing.
Yeah. But nah, yo, we definitely gonna get some video content up. I think everyone needs to see us now. Just like TWT is doing, I think everyone needs to see what Baltimore is doing. They heard it, but now they need to see it.
You gotta see it. And it's always, you feel me? It's always better for me to show you than to tell you.
Always, man. Lee, have what you see, none of you hear. So,
especially if it's fit by me.
man.
Shit, bro. Shit, I appreciate you stopping through the Rapper Studio. It's about to be the party studio for real. I lost my train of thought. Ain't that funny? Talking about some goddamn you got.
We gotta record it.
But I will say I'm proud of myself because I ain't lose my I didn't forget how to talk during this whole episode. Grammar didn't fuck me up. English didn't fuck me up. You feel me? The internet didn't go out. Knock on wood. You know, Auntie Blanche, they kind of cheap with the Florida Wi-Fi. They still be using the roll up and the dial up. You feel me?
Nigga, they powered by cocaine. That's how they move gold. Yo. That shit different down there.
Not the gold girls, yo. Not the gold girls. But hey, listen, we'll be back next week. Same time, same place. I want to say thank you to Pitta. I want to say thank you to Deej, who was on here earlier. And yeah, see y'all when we see you.